So the number 6 for books that I didn't quite like as much in 2013 was the Wake trilogy by Lisa McMann. I actually do remember liking reading the books. I just was really puzzled by the way that she wrote it. I got all the way through the series and I was happy with the way that it ended. I thought that the Wake trilogy had a really good premise, but I kind of just wish that the execution was a little bit better. My number 5 pick for my least favorite books read in 2013 is, I'm kind of scared to say this because I'm probably going to get a lot of hate, but it's City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I think it was the movie coming out and I wanted to read the book to watch the movie, but I read the book and then I realized I didn't really like it and I didn't go watch the movie. There's nothing actually wrong with the story, there's nothing wrong with the characters, it's just I don't think it's my cup of tea. I don't think it's something that I like to read about. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. City of Bones, it's me. It's not you, it's me. My number 4 pick for my least favorite books read in 2013 was Evermore by Alyssa Noel. I listened to this book on audio tape, to be completely honest with you, and I didn't like the main character. I thought she was really whiny and I didn't like the way that the story progressed. I was really interested in the end because I thought it was going to be all about vampires and it really wasn't. It was about something completely different. But at the end it wasn't enough to save it for me. I was really turned off by the characters. I didn't think they were very good. And at the end, it just wasn't for me again. Maybe if I had another chance, but I doubt I would ever pick it up again. My number 3 pick for my least favorite books read in 2013 is a book called Level 2 by Lenore Appelhans. I was so excited to read it. When I first saw the cover and then I read the back, I was stoked to read it because I'd never read a premise like that before about, the afterlife, and it was kind of like a YouTube kind of thing. It was really, really interesting, but the interesting parts kind of stop at a certain point, and it's all about this girl's life and, all the things that happened in her life. And I understand that, there has to be that backstory, but I was way more interested in the actual world of the afterlife, and that there wasn't that much of it. And I was really sad by that because I was very interested in it and how it worked. And there's like a war, and I think there's gonna be another one coming out, so if there is, I will read it because I'm really interested to see what would happen next. But as far as just that book, I wasn't really satisfied. I wanted more of the world building than it was giving me. So my number 2 pick for least favorite books read in 2013 is probably going to get me a lot of shame. But my number 2 pick for least favorite books in 2013 is Insurgent. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Don't get me wrong, I really actually was interested in this book. I liked Divergent a lot, as you could see, because it was on my favorites list, but going through it, I just felt very I don't know how I felt. The characters didn't seem the same to me as they were in the first one, and there were only a couple of weeks in between me reading Divergent and Insurgent. So there wasn't that whole loss of memory that happens between books when you spend a lot of time between them. The characters didn't seem the same to me. At some points it got predictable. What else? Mainly for me, it was the characters. I was really irritated by the characters, especially Triss and Four. Please don't kill me. I know a lot of people love this series. It's just the second book wasn't it for me. I thought personally it suffered from sequel syndrome, but I just didn't really like it. I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the first one, and I'm still excited to read the third book in the series, but I'm really hesitant to say that I enjoyed reading Insurgent. And finally, my number one pick for least, I'm not gonna drum roll for this, that's not nice. My least favorite book of 2013 was Dueled by Elsie Chapman. This was one of the books that I was most looking forward to reading this year. I read about it on Goodreads months and months and months ago. I went out to an anime convention with my friends, saw it on the bookshelf, bought it, super excited, started reading it in the car, and the next thing I know, it's not the book's fault because it was coming from an anime convention, so I was very tired. But then I tried to pick it back up again, and there's a pattern. It's not that the book is so boring it makes me fall asleep, it's just it doesn't focus on what you think it focuses on. I don't think this book is what the description 100% says it is. So you go into the book thinking it's one thing and it's a completely other thing, and I just found the characters were really dry, the plot was kind of dry, became predictable. I was really disappointed because I was really looking forward to reading that book. But you know what? The sequel, Divided, comes out next year in, I believe, March. I'm not sure. Sometime next year, but I am gonna read it. I'm sure the author has seen a lot of the comments, so I'm hoping that she has taken the comments to heart, you know, as constructive criticism and not, you know, people just kind of stabbing at her, and she's really worked with it so that it can grow into the story that it has the potential to be. So I'm really excited to read that, and I'm really sorry that I didn't enjoy Dueled because I really wanted to. So there you have it. Those are my favorite and least favorite books that I read in 2013. What books did you read in 2013, and what were your favorites and what were your least favorites? Let me know because I'm really interested. I will see you next time. Have a good day. Bye.